All right, class. In this session, we'll now be talking about the fixed growth mindset na sige na kung balik-balik. The last video, we will be also discussing the 14 steps to goal setting theory ni Edwin Locke. Okay, so before I want to ask you, no, if this was online, I would have asked you unsa mo, no. So, firstly, ask yourself, are you someone that's afraid of failure? Mahadlok ba mo ma-embarrassed ba mo sayo, ma-fail? Second, do you think someone is good because of talent? So, meaning to say, example, arts, no? So, kibaw siya mo drawing, kay talented siya in drawing. Kibaw siya math, kay talented siya numbers. So, do you believe in that? No, that someone is good because of their talent. And lastly, do you think that everything is a fixed trait? So, your personality is fixed, your attitude is fixed, your capabilities, kung asa mo na level sa dancing, for example, kung inyong hibawaan kay kanang spaghetti pababa ra dira ra fixed na siya. If you answered yes to all of that, meaning to say you're afraid of failure, you're embarrassed, no, if you fail. You also believe that someone is good because they're talented, and you also believe that um, a certain ability is a fixed trait, it cannot be improved upon. You probably have a fixed mindset. What is a fixed mindset? Okay, we will discuss them one by one. Unsay ilang attributes. Again, there are similarities ani nilang sa high self-efficacy and low self-efficacy. Not similarities, more so like connections siya ba? So first, fixed mindset people are those people who believe that success is based on their innate abilities. So they're successful because they're innately good. So kibaw, like for example, um, Da Vinci, say lang for example if Da Vinci is, Da Vinci ba? Mike Picasso, okay. So Pablo Picasso believes that, or thinks, example ra niya, thinks na maayo siyang art because he has an innate talent with arts or visual concepts or colors. So that's a fixed mindset. Another one, fixed mindset individuals dread failure because it is a negative statement on their basic abilities. Okay, so as you can see the connection, this fixed mindset individual does not enter competitions that they feel like di sila madaog because they believe that failures are a statement that they're incapable or they're not good at that, no. So they'd rather maintain their um kumbaga na sila trophies, na sila set of trophies, kung enter pa sila ani na competition, madaw nilang usa ka trophy nga na. They'd rather maintain their set of trophies standing up. Okay? So they dread failure. They don't like any activities that would make them fail. No, so they stick to what they believe will make them successful, or mustik sila activities na 100% sure sila na successful sila. And of course, believe that their abilities, intelligence, and talents are fixed traits. So any lessons, any study hours, any training, it will not improve upon. No, mo na ilang believe na kung maayo ka mo sayaw, pero di ka maayo mo drawing, dira na jud ka, maayo ka mo sayaw, pero di ka maayo mo drawing. You will never learn how to draw because you're good in dancing, not good in drawing. Next is easily affected by subtle environmental cues, no? So, dali na kayo na sila maapektuhan sa mga environmental cues around them. Okay? And lastly, their children that were praised by parents as Wow, ka-smart ni mo, oy. Ka-talented ba ni mo, oy, with any activities that they're trying to accomplish when they grow up. So a mindset is not actually something that you're born with. It was developed by your environment. And most especially the culprit of you developing a certain mindset is your parental figures, is your models, no, your caregivers, your parents. So they hugely affect your mindset today. So again, the good news is it is not fixed. So if you have a fixed mindset, don't worry, you can achieve a growth mindset. Miss, why do you say so? Na mura mag nindot nimo pagka-portray ang growth mindset. Mura feeling na ko, Miss, na mas nice ang growth mindset in the way you set it up because it is, no? According to Dr. Dweck, actually, growth mindset will allow a person to live a less stressful life and they're even more successful. Nga naman, because these individuals, they believe that everyone can get better at something when they work hard for it. No, they can get smarter, they can get faster, they can be more precise. So, ni brown out na po. Okay? So, they can be more precise. If they just work hard for it. Um, so, unsa may attributes of a growth mindset person or someone with a growth mindset? First, people who believe that success is based on hard work, learning, training, and perseverance. There was an artist. He was a very good artist, no? And naay nag-interview niya, no? How did you get this good? No, niya na to ang interviewer. Kasi mo pagkamaayo naka-achieve kay gani na level of precision sa imong art. Would you say it's talent? Diniana siya. It's 10% talent and 90% training. So that person has a growth mindset because he believes na ni maayo siya art, ni maayo siya gigani na pagka-drawing because he keeps on practicing, he keeps on training. Okay, the same goes with math, the same goes with ML, the same goes with making and editing videos, the same goes with reading a book, reading encyclopedias, reading research papers, reading journals. Okay, you believe that you became successful because you work hard for it, because you learned, you trained, and you persevered. You have a growth mindset then, if you ka. Next, growth mindset individuals do not dread failure. In fact, they love it, no? They appreciate failure. And even if madown sila kung failure, grabe sad, no? Murag binuang naman sa nang mahagbong ka, malipay ka, no? But they take it positively. They would not let it define themselves. See, na siya connection sa high and low self-efficacy. They would rather use it as a stepping block to become better in the next try, no? Because they believe their performance can be improved through training. Kaya naman sila mindset na ang success is because of training. It's because of experience. So failure is just part of the process. Next is they believe that their abilities, intelligence, and talents can be improved through effort, teaching, and persistence. So they're really good learners, no? They're good lifelong learners na sila. And they're more likely to continue working hard despite setbacks. So very clear indication. If you're someone that's still working hard, still kanang pursue gyapon no sa imuhang dreams, even if nag-pandemic, even if nag-typhoon, you probably have a growth mindset because you continued working harder. You're much more committed when faced with setbacks rather than let it bring you down. Okay, and of course, lastly, when you have a growth mindset now, probably because when you were a child, your parents praise you this way. Good job. This is really good. I know you worked hard for it. So mo sa elementary ka, naghagbog ka kay naa kay star. Mama, awa man ako'y 3 stars. Kay perfect ko sa spelling bee. Then mo na yung mama, wow ko very good. Ngano kani akong anak good kay magsigig tuon sa spelling, di ba? Kay kahapon nagtuon ta together sa spelling. That's why naka 3 stars ka. So when you praise your child because of the hard work, because of the work that they did, rather than their talent, you are actually developing a growth mindset sa imong anak. Okay, so in the future, or sa katong mga nanay anak din ha, when you praise your child, praise it because of their hard work. No? So say for example, they did something, they drew something. Wow, that's a really good work. How long did you work hard? Or, duta ani, uy, kanang pila ka hours naghimo ani. No? Ana, rather than saying, no, wow, ka talented yun, or may jud kay kamo drawing talent yun na nimo. Rather than saying that, because if you say that way, you're developing a fixed mindset sa imong anak. Okay? So that's it for the fixed and growth mindset. Again, class, this is developed. No, if you have a fixed mindset, it's very possible that you can develop a growth mindset. So what to siya? Short ra siya. Next, we will go to goal setting theory by Edwin Locke. Now, kaning goal setting theory class is based on the naiit phrase giingon si Edwin Locke ani, um, action is action is caused by a purpose. So goal setting is the reason why 90% of the time you are successful with your everyday task and your larger task and your milestones in the future and your big dream. Remember the big square na to we talk about? Your big dream in general. So it's because of goal setting. Um, so na 14 kabuk research findings ang goal setting theory, which we will be discussing one by one in the next slides. So what are these 14 research findings? Number one. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 na gid ni. Sige, so number one. The more difficult the goal, the greater the achievement. Of course, no? Because again, if you set goals that are just routine and you're already assured of na I will be successful in attaining this goal, you're guaranteed of success, pero you will not improve and you will remain stagnant. Now, number one is only true if there is commitment and that the individual possess the um, needed na mga ability and knowledge to achieve that goal. Okay? Kay if grabe kay ka difficult ang goal nimo, nya wala kay proper sense of your efficacy no of that certain activity, then imbes na makatabang siya no in achieving greater things, maka-bring down na noon siya nimo because again, a series of failure would change your self-efficacy as a certain butang. So it's only true if you're committed, number one, commitment, and then number two, if you possess the needed ability for that certain project or certain activity. Okay? Next, number two, the more specific or explicit the goal, the more precisely performance is regulated. Okay, so class, the number one indication of specific goal is quantification. Okay, once you set a goal that is measurable, your goal is specific. What do I mean by this? There are two goals. So si Juan ug si Maria. Okay, goal ni Juan. Today, I will study hard and I will do my best. That's the goal of Juan. Now, goal ni Maria. Today, I will read one chapter in Readings in Philippine History. So, where is the more quantifiable goal there? Of course, kang Maria, no? One chapter, that is a quantifiable goal. So, maka-assess siya whether or not na-achieve niya ang goal niya. Now, a specific and explicit goal is good. Why? Because you can regulate your performance. You can easily detect where you fall short, why you fall short, and how you fell short. So, in the next goal setting, kibaw na ka, wala ko kaabot sa chapter 1 na goal na ako nag-set today. Probably, akong ability as of now, given my current circumstances, basin ang kaya ra nako is 10 pages a day. Sige, try na ako tomorrow. Today, I will read 10 pages of this particular book. Okay, so it's much more regulated in your performance if specific and measurable in your goals. Okay, number 3, goals that are both specific and difficult leads to the highest performance. So, one, if your goal is difficult, given you have the commitment and you have the ability, okay, so it's difficult, you have the ability and commitment, it's a little bit higher lang. Pero makabuot nimo, you know that you can reach it, it's a little bit difficult lang. So, and also your goal is specific. it's measurable. So these are the things that will lead you to a better performance. So again, kato sa akong example nun ni Juan o ni Maria, si Juan kay, I will do my best, I will study hard today. That's actually a vague goal. Kaya di man nimo ma-measure ang study hard, di man nimo ma-measure ang best. My best is not the same as your best. What if akong best sa studying hard is between 3 chapters? And imuhang best is just 2 pages. Okay, so that's actually a vague goal. So it's very important that you um, be very specific. And actually, class research actually shows no that people say I will do my best till the very end. Okay, those people will actually not do their best. Nga naman, i-justify nila. So, say for example, nga na to sa one, I will do my best today. Nga human kay, ang iyang best is, nag-study siya for 5 minutes, nagpahuway for 1 hour. Okay? Yung one na si Juan na, best man dito na ako, kay at least nag-study ko 5 minutes. So, di siya quantifiable na goal. Niya na-justify na the best to niya ang 5 minutes. Where in fact, kaya kayo niya makatuon in an hour, in 30 minutes, no? Rather than just 5 minutes, kaya nag-procrastinate siya. Okay? And number 4, commitment to goals is most crucial when goals are specific and difficult. So the more specific the goal, the more you are committed. Kay naamang kay vision. Okay, kung vague ka, mura kag cloudy, mo kung ano kay baon sa imong buhaton, di ka ba where to start, where to go, of course you will end up procrastinating kay vague man. But if you're very specific, you know asa ka pa dong, kiba ka sa step 1, step 2, step 3, and the rest will follow from there on. So, of course, the more committed you are, kay kiba naman ka, you have the vision. So these are the 4 of the research findings. What's number 5? So 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 5, high commitment to goals is attained when you are committed when you believe that the goal is important and the goal is attainable. Of course, you're not committed to a goal that you think na di mo kaya. As you can notice, I want you to read your expectation letter. No, katong, Dear Ms. Gian, I got 1.0 in UTS because, okay, so of course, you will not be committed to the subject if you believe di mo ma-attain ang 1.0. Okay? And you will not be committed to the subject na maka 1.0 ka if you think na di siya importante. Okay? So, commitment goes hand in hand once you believe that the goal is important and the goal is attainable. Number 6, aside from performance, self-efficacy influences difficulty level of the goal, commitment to the goals, response to negative feedback or failure, and the choice of task or strategies. Again, if you have high self-efficacy, difficult goals, you take it as a challenge. So accomplish ka nimo. Commitment to goals, you stay committed until the finish line, and even with adversity or setbacks, you stay committed. Negative feedback will not hinder you in achieving, no? Again, the closed door analogies, instead na magdwell ka sa closed, sirad-an ka og door right in front of your face, you would rather find another key, or you find a key to open another door for you. Okay, so that's how self-efficacy influence your goal-setting behavior. Number 7, goal setting is most effective when there is feedback that shows progress in relation to the goal. Of course, there's a wrong connotation class na kabantay mo class na nag-goal mo, what's the best? I would say, because a lot of people are already into arts man no, because of pandemic, a lot of you are into arts now. So nag-goal mo na maghimog art every day. And naka-feel mo in the middle, wala man dyan progress. No? Wala mo nakita ang progress. So you stop. No? Because you're not motivated already kay wala nakakita progress. The same goes with you posting TikTok videos. If your dream is to be a TikTok content creator or content creator in general, if you feel like you're no longer getting views, you of course no, there's no feedback, madown ka, no? But again, that relates to you having low self-efficacy. If high mo self-efficacy and nakay feedback na wala na ni work ni mohang strategies, so meaning you're not getting the views that you want, you would then ask, what are the better ways that I can do my videos better para makaget siya attention? Okay? So again, goal setting is most effective when there is feedback that shows progress in relation to the goal. Whether or not the progress is fast, slow, or there's no progress at all, feedback is important. Next, goal setting mediates the effect of knowledge of past performance on subsequent performance. The one I would set as an example is katong kang Maria na goal na chapter 1. So as it turns out, wala niya nahurot og basa ang chapter 1 in just one day. So of course, goal setting mediates the effect of knowledge of past performance. What's the past performance of Maria? Wala ka basa o chapter 1. So the subsequent goal niya is 10 pages a day. And that naka-accomplish na siya. So naka-realize siya, okay, so my reading capability or reading attention is up to 10 pages a day. That's the part where makasabot ko sa information. So, ano siya, ang goal setting mediates the effect of knowledge of past performance. So far, so good. So if you're feeling drained na no, okay, information overload, you can pause the video, take a few short breaks, mga 5 minutes, pero balik class, okay, balik kay basig inyong 5 minutes mahimo one day and never again. Okay, inyo sana. Again, I never force learning. It's on your part. Alright, so hopefully after pausing the video, for those who are having information overload na no, you're already refreshed. We will now proceed to 9 to 14. The last two is 13 and 14. So last two slides for this lesson. Number 9, goals affect performance by affecting the direction of action, the degree of effort exerted, and the persistence of action over time. Again, when Edwin Locke said, goal setting will really help you in achieving your dreams in life because it provides vision. No, it provides step by step sa imong big dream. So a big square with your little blocks of squares. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. A milestone, level 1 unlocked. Step 5, 6, 7, 8. Level 2 unlocked. Iga na ang merg idea ba sa goal setting. Now, goals stimulate planning in general. No? As you can see, ni Maria, nagplana siya agad na, okay, 10 chapters a day rako. Ako ang midterms is within a month. So, I really need to study 2 weeks in advance. Kay ako ang reading attention span, gamay ra kaayo. So, stimulates planning in general. Next, goals with more complex tasks are least effective if you don't have prior experience or training. So, do not ay mo patuyang, the word is patuyang, ay mo patuyang og set of goals na wala pud mo experience sa task. Okay? You have high pressure to perform well and you are highly time pressured, so you need to perform well immediately. So, goal, kung complex kayong task, say for example, the task is make a thesis. Now, this will be least effective if wala kay background no on how to start setting a goal sa imong thesis, which is why important kaayo ng namoy thesis advisors, no, because that those people will actually guide you on what to do step by step. So mana ang inyong thesis advisor, okay, for this one your goal is to make a statement of the problem, or your goal is to make a research title or research idea, and the like. Okay. Next is number 12. Goals in combination with self-efficacy mediate or partially mediate effects of personality traits. Okay, so personality trait will affect your goal and your self-efficacy. Because if you're a person with naman tayo gitawag, say for example, let's use the ocean, no, the big five. I hope you recall the ocean. So we have the openness, conscientiousness, extrovertedness, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Let's go with conscientiousness. That's you being measuring your responsibility, or you being a responsible person. Now, if you're low in conscientiousness, probably your goal setting is not that effective. Kaya dili makay ka kanang I mean, the conscientiousness means man na responsible ka na person, no? It's what they actually look at. If paansaron mo sa inyong job in the future, paansaron mo big five personality test, ilan ang tanawan niyo ang conscientiousness if taas pa or gamay. Sometimes, no, the companies will actually look at personality tests. But anyway, yeah, it affect, no, your personality trait will affect your goal setting as well as your self-efficacy. Number 13. Goal setting and goal related mechanisms can be trained and are adapted in the absence of training for the purpose of self regulation. And number 14, goals serve as standards of self satisfaction with higher goals or harder goals demanding higher accomplishment. So, maka-notice mo class na when you try to push yourself a little bit lang for the next day and you accomplish it, grabe kay ang feeling of self-satisfaction na may mo ma-feel na self-fulfillment. So, ikaw, if you're used to just studying for 5 minutes a day, mo for tomorrow, I will try my best na 10 minutes na achieve nimo. Sa next week, naka-achieve ko 10 minutes, kaya rade ay, try na ko 20 minutes na achieve po nimo. And then so on and so forth. Okay, so magka-improve yung kaana. The more that you try to set higher goals for yourself. Okay, and that's the end of our lecture. There is a study that Filipinos lack of pangarap daw. No? So we lack of dreaming. And in my part, no, as a personal reflection, I would say it's because of our circumstances sa atong economy. Because how can you dream when you're not really afforded with easily accessed resources? But we actually deserve those resources, class. It's not handled well lang yun. I would like to end this session with a quote. There are obvious penalties and benefits of trying for too little, as well as trying for too much. No, both of them have very grievous consequences. Your life goal must be based on what you really want, no, and your true capabilities, not what other people want from you. So ask important questions in life. So what makes you happy? What gives spark to your life? No, listen carefully ng heart ninyo na i-try og understand. Okay, murag sensor ba kung toot, 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 toot. Probably di kayo na nimo di na makahappy nimo or di na imong life goal or that's not what you really want. Pero if you try to go to another activity na imong heart kay toot, 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 that's actually a sensor po no na this is what makes me happy. This is where I thrive. This is where I flourish. And also ask the things, what are the things that you are afraid of? Why are you scared? Miss, why is fear part in this one? Nanuman, because sometimes people in general fear of the unknown and what's outside their comfort zone. And also because sometimes fear is not a danger sign but a go sign. Class, fear is an indication sometimes that something is important nimo. Kaya di makamahadlok ko din na importante. Diba? Very concrete example. Mo ato ka job interview na kuyawan ka. Ano na kuyawan mo ka? Kay mahadlok ka di ka matanggap. Nganong mahadlok ka di matanggap? Importante sa imong makatrabaho kay mo may makakaon sa imong pamilya. Diba? So, think about it. Why are you scared? Why are you not pursuing that and why are you scared? So, it needs reflection, no, of what you really want in life, your dreams in life. Try to cancel out kung sige ingon sa society. That's really easier said than done, I know. But try a reflection. Why am I doing this? Why am I enrolling? Why am I doing TikTok contents for the likes, for the fame, or just because I really want to inspire people? I want to share my experiences to people. I like the nature of editing. No, so probably ask those tough questions and try to silence as much as you can kung unsa gidictate sa society nimo. Na kani dapat imong buhaton mo, ni dapat imong roadmap sa life. Because if you end up following what society dictates, you will live a very unflourishing life, I would say, or a life that you're not proud of. And that's the end of my discussion for today. Remember to go for that dream. Thank you for listening, class.